I have news and updates about K-pop idols, the records that have been broken, new releases, and even an update on Lucas and Hendery's unreleased single. I'll also talk about the recent scandal in the K-drama scene, and well, that's a heavy one. IU released 2 hits back-to-back a few months ago as Celebrity and Lilac topped every chart, and she decided to put the cherry on top by releasing Strawberry Moon. The song was co-written by IU herself and evokes the wonderful feeling of falling in love, and if you ask me, it would make a great OST for a romantic K-drama. I can even vaguely imagine the scene it would be used for. Someone make it happen, please. aespa keeps proving time and time again that they're monster rookies and they just won't stop. Their first, and I repeat first, mini album topped the daily as well as weekly charts on various charts such as Hanteo chart, Sonara Record, Kyobo Book Center, and Gaon Retail Album chart. It topped the iTunes top album charts in 20 regions around the world and ranked first in the Chinese QQ Music real-time new song chart and MV chart in the Korean section and in the Japanese local platform AWA real-time rising chart. That was already a lot, but it hasn't stopped yet. aespa have also landed on the number 20 on the Billboard 200 chart with Savage. The mini album landed at number 2 on Billboard's top selling album chart as well, guys. It's insane. SM needs to stop giving us mixed signals because at this point, I have no idea what's going on with Lucas. First, they make him apologize for something he didn't do and force him to go on hiatus, then they remove him from the new merchandise they released, and now they re-uploaded the Lucas and Hendery banner on Apple Music for the song they were supposed to be releasing, so what's really going on here? If you recall, Lucas and Hendery were supposed to drop their first ever song as a subunit, Jalapeno, on August 25th, and even dropped the teasers for it, but on the day the song was supposed to be released, SM announced that all of Lucas's upcoming schedules and projects would be cancelled. Now it seems like the company has changed its mind as the subunit's artist page is back on Apple Music. This made fans wonder if SM will finally release a track after all. We've waited long enough. Lucas and Hendery also appear on the to be announced section of the SM's artist music releases of 2021, so let's keep our fingers crossed that SM is finally going to do something right for the first time in their lives. Despite debuting last year and being from a small and unknown company, STAYC have reached levels of success I doubt they even imagined they could reach. They've already had 2 comebacks in addition to their debut song, and each one becomes a trend, with people not being able to scroll through their TikTok For You page without hearing ASAP or Stereotype. Their debut album even surpassed 100,000 copies in the first week of release. So imagine how shocked I was to find out that they weren't getting paid despite their surprising success. The company's CEO, Black Eyed Peas Sung, spoke on how to produce just one single album or comeback during a radio show interview and revealed that it takes almost 1.5 billion won to 2 billion won. This includes fees for the music video, clothing, hair and makeup, stage clothing, training, general upkeep, and more. He then shared that in order for them to make money, each comeback needs to generate about 2 to 3 billion won. As Hi Up Entertainment is a small company, they follow the general rule that trainees will fully get paid after their trainee and debut debt has been paid off. The CEO stated that STAYC is close to breaking even, and he estimates that the girl will start being paid from middle to end of 2022. 2022 is not even that far compared to what we've seen with other groups, but it makes no sense to me how they're still not getting paid even after their success. I feel kind of sorry for them, to be honest. And now I'm going to share some news about a scandal that will blow your mind. Trust me, this is going to be shocking for most of you. In the last couple of days, the K-drama scene has been engulfed by a horrible scandal, and actor Kim San-ol has somehow found himself right in the middle of it. The controversy erupted on the morning of October 17th when an anonymous woman who calls herself A took to a popular online forum to accuse who she referred to as actor K, who has recently been raised to stardom, of forcing her to get in. The poster A introduced herself as actor K's ex-girlfriend and claimed they broke up 4 months ago. Actor K allegedly only recently became famous. A revealed that she got pregnant and claims that ever since childhood, she was told that getting pregnant for her would be unlikely given her weakness, and thus she didn't want to terminate her pregnancy. On revealing the news of the pregnancy to K, he allegedly insisted on A getting in A in her testimony claimed that the actor said, "If you give birth now, I have to pay 900 million Korean won in damages, but I don't have money right now. What if you jeopardize my parents as well? Let's move in together next year." K allegedly also promised to marry A in the next 4 years, promising to have a child once they were married and living together. A claims, "Even with tears in my eyes, he made reliable promises through marriage, parental introductions, and false acting." Then he said, "The child won't be born now, but I originally thought 4 years from now, but I will marry you in exactly 2 years. I made a promise to introduce myself to my parents and to start living together next year. But despite these promises, something terrible happened. happened. After A terminated her pregnancy, just as K wanted, he went through a complete change of heart and became cruel. A has also claimed that the actor's on-screen persona is drastically different from his real-life one, and that his kind and good-natured image is a complete farce because he's actually very cold in real life. After actor K did all the worst things imaginable, he broke up with A over a phone call and tried to excuse it by citing his popularity and finances as the reason. As expected, people started to ask for proof that this relationship even happened in the first place, and to that, A replied, "There are many pictures. I've kept them in private just because of possible legal issues. I have been suffering in guilt and pain for over a year, and I didn't hastily decide to write this." After the post went public, the internet, being the internet, went on a hunt to find out who this poor excuse of a man was. The hints given by A were that K had only recently become super successful, he had an older brother, and that he had recently lost his cool on a variety show. And while A did not confirm whether the K was the actor's initial or just a random letter used for identification, several netizens seemed to believe it was the former. Former reporter Seon Ho revealed that the actor K is Seon Ho through his live broadcast, and I don't think it's necessary to say that this didn't help his case. Although Seon Ho doesn't have a brother and neither can be considered only recently popular, most of the internet have already come to the conclusion that it's him. While no hard evidence has been presented by A as of now, several of the many brands Seon Ho worked with have already started deleting posts featuring the actor. Brands like Food Bucket, Domino's, and Canon have removed advertisements and Instagram posts featuring the actor. Domino's Pizza, which also had an extensive advertisement on the last episode of Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, set the ad featuring the actor on private on the company's official YouTube channel. This caused the agency to finally respond to the rumors with a simple, "We're sorry for causing troubles over a not-so-good issue. We're trying to find out the truth," which is the bare minimum, but okay. The former reporter actually shared that Seon Ho's company knew about this scandal all along and just tried to sweep it under the rug. This scandal could potentially end the actor's career even without confirmation, as we've witnessed this happening many times before. How come netizens always stick their nose into things that aren't their business, like idols' bodies and weights? Like, how weird do you have to be for the weight of basically a stranger to be something that concerns you at all? Their newest target seems to be Twice's Jungyeon, as netizens body shamed her when they noticed the change in her appearance, as if she doesn't have medical issues such as neck pain, panic, or anxiety issues. This happened when Jungyeon took a break from her schedule. The original post had the online community express shock at the weight gain, and it got quickly filled with negative reactions. Many made fun of her, and in reaction, Jungyeon's fans came to her defense. One fan said, "When you start taking prescribed medication for psychological issues, you do gain about 10 kilograms in a month. This is natural." But this is basically the same as talking to a wall. I just wish that they would leave Jungyeon and other female idols alone. I feel so bad for her. Jihyo has come to her defense. While non-fans may have a difficult time grasping how it's possible to like people they've never met in person, Jihyo, however, likes to think of it as a miracle. She finds it amazing that fans appreciate and support them in spite of it all. She personally sees the relationship between idols and their fans as something special, precious, and extraordinary. She said, "For some, it might not be easy to understand. We don't know each other in person, you know? But you appreciate our art and support us regardless of physical distance. It's almost miraculous that we are so deeply connected through a medium called music." At the end, Jihyo said, "It's just extraordinary and I am that much more grateful. She's such an angel. How can anyone hate Twice?" Fans of GOT7's Mark are expressing fear after his sudden social media blackout. On October 19th, Mark completely cleared his Instagram account. None of his old posts are available, and he has changed his account's profile picture to a simple black circle. Mark's Instagram bio currently reads, "DNA 1 of 7, of which the last phrase is a reference to GOT7. What concerned fans the most was the vague story that he uploaded, in which he wrote, "I'm trying my best, can't you tell?" It's very common for singers to archive or delete their posts when they're preparing something, but Mark's message is very concerning. Reactions to the sudden changes have been split, with many worrying about the singer's health, while others assume that it's just promo for his upcoming music. What do you think of the actor K situation? Is it really Seon Ho, or is he just someone who's a victim of wrong timing? I mean, we all saw what happened with Lucas, so I guess we shouldn't be so quick to jump to conclusions, right? I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye!